Hello, Performa family. I'm Brian Roney, and together with my lovely wife, Hannah, we are excited to welcome you to the Ignite series, a show brought to you by your Performa family's favorite recipes. Welcome to our Together with Friends and Family episode.
This week, we have more people from the Performa family preparing some of their favorite shareable recipes to enjoy with friends.
First up, we have my sister, Catherine LaPlante, our software engineer and team lead here at the Support Center in Tampa, Florida. She is joined by her husband, Michael LaPlante, Vice President of Technology. Catherine, Michael, I'll let you two take it away.
So first up, out of the two ways, we're gonna try some rotisserie chicken salad, and let me tell you, it's gonna be good.
Chef D, let's chef it up.
Actually, you're chefing it up. You're mixing this recipe, all right? So you chef on down, girl.
Meow.
And you're gonna walk us through. I'm gonna let her do her thing. I'm here just for whatever.
Fantastic. So this recipe really was born out of trying to reduce waste. So with the rotisserie chicken two ways, our first recipe is actually gonna utilize the white meat of a chicken in the rotisserie chicken, and then we're gonna use the dark meat in the second recipe. First off, we've got our lovely, or if you don't love it, mayo. So we're gonna put some of this mayo in. So honestly, the order of ingredients for this recipe doesn't matter. It's really up to you. And if you actually wanna get your kids involved, they can help and just pour them in too. So the first thing I'm gonna put in is some chopped up celery. This gives it a nice little crunch. Okay, I actually like to add in some grapes. It gives that little sweet texture. It's really nice. Here we go. Kind of that nice little bite. You're just like, ooh, yummy. How do you feel about the grapes?
I like the grapes, they're good.
Yeah.
I like grapes in general, so.
Well, that's always a win. And then, okay, so this is kind of one of my, I don't know if you would say secrets, but more of the sense of I think it really adds something, is some sliced almonds. They are honestly so wonderfully just kind of earthy, almost like nutty, and they taste so good, that smokiness. And so if you put that in your chicken salad, it really kind of builds that flavor out.
Yeah, makes it more complex.
Yeah, and builds it out of the rotisserie chicken. Definitely recommend.
I would
these
just
are
say
toasted?
it adds a crunch.
So did you toast them?
And those are toasted ahead of time. You want to get the most flavor out of them.
You got really chef it up. I love it. If you're gonna be like me though and feeling lazy, you can just dump them right in. But if you're feeling more fancy, which obviously I appreciate you, I can't wait to eat this, you can toast them up. Okay, so next off is we have some rosemary. So we have a sprig of it, we'll do that next. But first it looks like we've got some dried?
No, that's chopped fresh
Okay,
rosemary.
Chopped fresh. I recommend definitely using the fresh rosemary in this recipe just because it honestly just adds that extra yummy flavor of a bite and you're like, oh, yum. And then finally, to top it off, is we have some salt and pepper here. I mean, pretty much just your standard. It's good for taste. Okay, so you're gonna just take a little bit and you're gonna then prep it here. And then, you know, as much as you could just eat it like this, but I kind of like to get fancy with it, you know, especially if you're having a party. You're like, oh, let's make it look fancy. Boop.
Look at that. Look at that.
Look at how we upgraded our look of this just with a grape. So, all right, who wants to try one first?
When do we get to eat? That's what I'm here for.
I'm gonna make another one.
And the recipe says sesame wafer crackers, but really any kind you want. If you have sensitivities to gluten, you can do a gluten-free option. Using cucumber cups is really good, or zucchini for a low-carb option. Mm-hmm. Even doing Parmesan crisps, that's another low-carb option as well.
Or, if you're like me, whatever cracker's on sale.
That's accurate. That's very accurate for you, for sure.
So, this chicken salad is definitely a staple in our home. It usually doesn't make it off the cutting board. Every time I taste it, I'm reminded why I love it so much. Now we're ready to dive into the stuffed mushroom cap recipe.
Actually, you're the one diving, man. Because
All
we
right.
know you love mushrooms so much and you're such a good husband, right?
I don't like
Look at him.
mushrooms. All right,
Look at him.
Okay, so for the mushroom cap recipe, I recommend taking the dark meat from the rotisserie chicken and the skin, and then you chop it all together and mix it up. What you're gonna do is you're gonna mix in some mozzarella and prosciutto into our lovely little mixture. Okay, so the next step, again, super simple, just some minced carrots.
Yep. I like this a lot. Gave it some color and then the crunch in it. because that's a big thing with food. You want to have textures going on. Then Mike, you can use that spatula right there. There you go.
Mix it up. Mix.
Zoom, mixing it up.
Do you feel good about your mixture?
I absolutely feel
I like your
I've
technique,
mixed this
man.
up.
You feel?
I like the
Folding it
technique.
over.
Yeah, folding and all.
See? That's good.
All right, we're going to
what's
stuff them next, right? We got a nice dish here.
Yeah, now you're gonna take the mixture and you're gonna stuff your lovely little mushroom caps that you love so much. You're gonna put some of that in there.
Okay.
And then you're gonna place it into the baking dish. Again, just,
So I got to touch the mushrooms?
you have to touch mushrooms.
Oh, Jesus.
You know, this means that you can help me in the kitchen more when I'm baking this. Aren't you so excited?
Pack them in there.
No. All right. So they're in the dish kind of awkwardly, but is there anything else I need to do after this?
One last step, and this is my favorite step, is you are actually gonna put a slice of cheese over each of the mushroom caps, kind of to seal it in. And honestly, it just gives it that
Looks
ooey
good.
gooey yumminess when you bite in. Oh,
Well,
wonderful.
I'm going to go off recipe here, and I'm going to put 2
I say,
on
feel
one.
free to put 2.
Look
man.
at that.
I love it. Love
No
it
one's
when
going
we
to be
mix
like,
it
this
up.
be better if there was less cheese in it. Said no one ever to this.
Exactly. So, and then honestly, like he said earlier, you're just gonna bake it and then you're gonna look for that golden brown on that top, kind of that bubbly gooiness. Because when you are gonna eat, you eat with your eyes first.
All right.
Just like she said, nice and gooey on top, nice and brown. Especially all this is cooked, so you're really just heating it through and letting the cheese melt. That was not just on top, but inside of it as well.
Absolutely.
I guess her and I are trying one.
Yeah, I'm not trying to.
I said we'll take one out, but like just stuffing only.
I'll talk about how great they look.
Oh, yeah.
Yum, yum,
Oh,
yum,
my
yum.
God.
Now you can stuff these in bell peppers for those that don't like the umami of the mushroom in your life. But just for the sake of the simplicity of the show, we just went with mushrooms. But don't worry, he's still included on this recipe at our house.
And you'll see like the mushroom isn't just this bland mushroom now because we kind of par roasted it ahead of time.
It might be hot when it comes out, so don't just throw it.
Yeah, we timed it. We timed it, guys. Don't worry.
So good. Honestly, really quick, savory bite. Not gonna lie, these mushrooms might have to join the rotation. If it's bell peppers,
Yes.
fantastic. I hope everyone enjoys these recipes as much as we do.
Next, we have my sister, Teresa Mazzello, our owner right here in Tampa, Florida, and her boyfriend, Greg Wooten, to share their recipe for goat cheese and sun-dried tomato pesto puff pastry tarts. Yum!
That sounds chef approved.
We are so pleased to be bringing one of our favorite shareable recipes to the rest of our pro forma friends and family.
And I already can't wait to dig in. And of course, I couldn't come here without my 2 little taste testers, Liam and Cece. Say hello.
There you go, guys. Now, before we chef it up, I need to hear from you guys. Let's chef it up. Let's hear it. All right, there you go. There you go. Nice job, guys. So, Greg, what made you want to submit this recipe?
Well, it's just something I found a couple of years ago online and did for a family gathering. And it was just a huge hit. So it's kind of my go-to hors d'oeuvre. And yeah, I thought it'd be a great fit for the show.
So what I liked with this is we're actually doing the cuts ourselves and everything. So we have a little disc, just like in the recipe, this is 6 centimeters. And then I believe it was 4 centimeters, it said. And we'll get this so we get on the overhead camera nice. You see now we don't cut this through all the way. We just look there, give that a little tap, buddy. Give it a little tap. Just tap it a little down. There you go. See, that's all it takes, a little indent, right? And that's a great guide for then we're going to score the edges and crimp it a little bit with a fork. Then one of these. Crimp, crimp, crimp. Oh, did you want to do it? Oh, I saw you. You gave me one of those. I want to touch the button looks. All right, come on. There you go.
Great job.
She's a little stronger than you, buddy. Watch out.
Whoa.
You don't pick on her, do you? Fair enough, fair enough. So here we have some fresh goat cheese. Another name for it is chef, and a lot of people don't realize that. We say goat cheese in America. So one trick that's easy for everyone at home, if you have some hot water, I have a nice thin knife here, and then it cuts through really quickly. You'll see on the recipe it says 1/4 inch, but that way it's easy to get a nice coin, if you will, of the goat cheese. Here we have some sun-dried tomato pesto. I have it in a little piping bag here that I made from just a Ziploc bag. Everyone's like, I don't have a pastry bag. Yeah, you do. You got a Ziploc bag, and you just cut the edges off, right? First, we're going to put some pepper on top. Chef number 1, you want to put it up there? There you go. Yeah, look at that, nice and even. Oh, look, she's already ready for it.
Oh, yeah.
All right, girl.
Great
and then
job.
a little olive oil. Yeah.
Ooh.
Great job,
There you
guys.
go.
Great job.
We're going to put these right in the oven. Excuse me. Watch out, guys. These are hot, remember. You definitely want to try these. You want to serve these warm. It's always going to be better. Are you guys going to try it?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, there you go.
Oh, yeah.
This is a little one for you. In fact, we need the taste testers, as your dad labeled you guys, to go first. Because if it's kid approved, then you know the adults are going to like it. I'm impressed. I am impressed. You want another one? Oh, goodness. Hold up. We have to do a double taste. 'cause of
Those
these
are
two.
perfect, Chef. Thank you.
5 more.
There you go, guys. Thank you, man. I appreciate
Yeah.
it.
That's so good.
I might have to try another one. I'm not.
To everyone watching, thank you for letting us share our recipe with you. Keep on chefing it up.